Okay, welcome to day three. Last night was a pretty crappy night, and this morning has been pretty crappy already. It's already four something. I woke up a lot later than I did yesterday, and I felt like I wasted the day yesterday, and today I am wasting it even more so. Um, I woke up very depressed, and I wasn't able to even get out of bed, and so I uh, I texted my mom and I texted a couple friends, and I was just like, I don't even have money to go anywhere. Mom was like, well, why don't you go get some coffee? And I didn't even have money to get gas, so that really sucked. So thank God for PayPal. My mom PayPal'd me money, and I was able to go get gas, and then I also needed air in my tires. And it's freezing cold outside, but I didn't get air yet because it's too cold. But I got gas, and then I got coffee. So thanks to mom, I was able to get out of bed, and thanks to PayPal. Um, but hold on, my dog is trying to get under covers. My Italian greyhound, my Italian greyhound loves to be under covers all the time. Um, okay. So, yeah, today's been a really crappy day. Um, I feel like I've affected a lot of people because of my craziness, and that's what I want to talk about today is my craziness. um, I've never really thought of me being truly crazy before until I was diagnosed with borderline. I knew that I was really emotional, and I knew I had depression, and I knew I had suicidal thoughts, but the whole crazy thing that I didn't really, I don't know, just I haven't accepted that. And lately, um, people and their reactions and things that they've said or things that they've done or things that I've heard that people have said or what people have done, because of them being afraid of how I would react or me blowing up or me going crazy. And last night specifically, a good friend, well, I say that, but I don't even really know what friends are because the whole friend thing, I don't know. I'm really confused on who friends are now, and it sucks. I don't really have very many girlfriends. I feel like I have, a handful. Yeah, a couple, uh, and there's some that I haven't spoken to for a really long time, and so I've never been the typical girl who like has best friends that she can call up and talk to. I don't feel like I have anyone that's like that. And I don't have any girlfriends that I can call up and just talk to. Um, and I really need that. And it sucks that I don't. Um, and all my friends are pretty much guys, and it sucks. I mean, no offense, but I guys can cause problems when I have relationships. And then, there's always seems like something in the whole relationship sometimes, somewhere in the friendship, with a guy. There's some sort of flirting or something that goes on that makes me feel like it's not truly a friendship. And so, yeah, I guess I really need to work on having more support that I feel is a support group that are people that truly care about me in a non-romantic or sexual or whatever kind of way. And that's always been a struggle for me. I remember, back even in high school, I had a best friend, and her name was Tara as well, and they called us Tara Squared. and it's pretty sad. That's like the last best friend I remember, um, and that was in high school. And she and I, we did pretty much everything together. We skipped school together, and we spent the night at each other's houses, and we had we were dating guys that were best friends, so it was like an actual typical friendship. And that's the last time I remember having any friends, girlfriends that were like that. Someone that didn't, it was nothing romantic in any way. Um, I take that back. I guess when I was in Hilton Head, I did have two friends, but now they don't ever want to talk to me again. Um, so I don't know. Their friendship was kind of weird. People in Hilton Head seem to be, no offense if anyone in Hilton Head is reading this, or not reading this, but watching this, but they are pretty much judgmental and think that their stuff doesn't sink. So I never really felt like when I lived in Hilton Head that I really had any good girlfriends there either. Um, I mean, I did for a short period of time, and then I felt like they turned on me, and that's when I realized that my friendship really wasn't a big deal to them. But anyway, um, what I really wanted to talk about today was my craziness and the triggers for it, and just how when I don't know, just how I'm affected by it. And I don't know, people who are watching, if you can help me, if you experience this too, people who are in your life and they do or say things that they normally wouldn't because they don't want to upset you or freak you out or cause you to go crazy. I have someone right now who is not speaking to me because they're afraid of me freaking out on them because of something that they've done, which is absolutely retarded. If they would just be honest with me and, you know, tell me, because I know what they've done because I happened to be with somebody else when they text messaged someone. And so I knew what was going on, and I have to pretend like I don't know what's going on, and it's stupid. And I hate that kind of shit. And that's, to me, it's childish. But when I spoke to the person who I read the text message from the other person, that's really complicated, but when I spoke to them and I asked them, I'm like, why is he not being upfront with me? And he said that he's afraid that you're going to freak out. And it really hurt me because not being honest with me just because they're afraid that I'm going to freak out, that's, I don't understand that. I mean, I do and I don't. It just hurts because it makes me really wonder how much I freak out. And I know in romantic relationships, I've definitely freaked out. I mean, I've really freaked out on people in romantic relationships, and I've gotten crazy for sure in romantic relationships. I've flipped out on them and had panic attacks, and when I think that they're cheating on me, or a big thing is when someone says they're going to do something and then they don't do it. Like my ex, who was supposed to pay me rent every week, and I told you he was an addict, so there's always an excuse. And just thinking about it is making me feel like I'm having a panic attack. Um, but I, those were triggers that made me freak out just because I took it personally, and I felt like it was an attack on me. Like it's something that I've done, and I obviously deserved them to treat me like that, and I know I don't. Somewhere I know I don't. um, but so yeah, the craziness thing. I I know I freak out, and when I say I freak out, I sometimes it's almost like I become a different person. because typically I'm very, soft-spoken, and um, I seem like I have my shit together. And then when I go crazy, I get very angry, and like I know that, and I know I just have like hatred just like pouring out of my pores, and it's something I can't handle, and it's like I have to do something to make it stop, and that's the borderline thing, and that's when I usually end up doing something impulsive, and because I can't handle the feeling, and it's just like so intense, and I just want to freaking make it stop, and that's when I've taken glass and I've broken them, and just because I had to make it stop, because that feeling is just so overwhelming and it hurts, and it's just like I don't know, I feel fucking crazy then. It's the feeling of just like I can't help it, and I just want to do something to make it stop, and it's usually when someone does something that makes me hurt, like um if someone I'm in a relationship with has done something and I feel like they lied to me, or I find them or I catch them in a lie, even if it's because that they're trying to prevent me from freaking out, then I end up freaking out anyway. So being honest with me is huge. And um, right now I'm just trying to figure out how to handle this one situation, uh, because I don't want to lose another friend, even though I use that label loosely because I don't think he truly is a friend. Um, but sometimes he can seem like a friend, and then other times, like today, I know he's lying to me, and but then that's when I just get confused because I don't know if it's because I'm borderline and people just think that I'm crazy, so they just don't want to truly have me in their life all the time because they don't want the drama, which this person, I guess, said that specifically, that they didn't want the drama, so they didn't want to deal with telling me something, and that's just, I mean, I'm a very passionate person, and I can't help that, and I know I can help my actions, and that's why I tried handling this situation in a very calm way. And last night I freaked out about it, and I definitely, when I found out that this person is lying to me, I let it affect me, and I let it affect my night, and I hated it. Um, and I think that's why I wasn't able to sleep, because I let things just fester and get to me so much. Something, I mean, it's stupid and it's little, and but it makes me feel like people just don't care enough to tell me the truth, or if what this person said is true, that this person thinks that I'm crazy, and they don't want me to freak out, then that's just something else, it's I don't know. I don't want to be crazy, and I don't want people to think of me as crazy, and I I know I can act crazy sometimes. So for those of you who are borderline and who are watching this, if you can tell me how you handle, it's the whole self-soothing thing, which once I start DBT again, um, which I missed my initial consultation, and I don't know how the hell I did that. I got an email from the lady and a phone call. Like I had 16 voicemails, and I have just been avoiding it because I feel overwhelmed with, like I told you the other day, just overwhelmed with all this stuff I have to do. And then my phone is just like an annoyance. I don't want to see it. I don't want to know who I have to call because it's just a reminder of all the stuff that I have to do. So, I'm, yeah, so anyway, I missed my initial consultation. So I hope to goodness that does not mean that I'm not going to get to go to the DBT, which is supposed to start in March. So, but if I do, then I will definitely be sharing on video, um, the things that I'm learning in DBT. And I know I've gone through DBT before, but I've never finished it because my therapist was no longer able to see outpatient clients because he was like the manager of the office or something, and it really sucked because I felt like I was getting a lot out of it, and I I had just unraveled the reason why I had PTSD, and it really sucked because I learned some things that had happened to me when I was a child that, or I learned, I mean, I was able to remember, and um, it really sucked because I had that memory and I was dealing with it, and that was when my therapist ended up not being able to see me anymore. And so it was very difficult. And I thought I was strong enough to handle things and handle those feelings at that time, but obviously I wasn't because I started to self sabotage and making poor decisions. And that's when I started going back to work shortly after, and my work performance definitely was suffering. And um, so I don't know. I guess I my whole thing today, I just wanted to discuss just the craziness and that overwhelming feeling inside where I either, it's the one thing that it's just the pain that hurts so badly that um, makes borderlines want to cut, or which I've never cut. I've never been self-harming like in that sense, but I've done a lot of other things that I just because I want it to stop, and I want the feeling to stop, I want my mind to stop, and I want just that hurt to go away. And usually there's not a whole lot of stuff that can make that go away, um, and so I need to learn how to make that go away without letting it affect others or my health or just my future and those who care about me. So I'm trying to, I guess, just be healthy and strong, and it doesn't seem to be working very well. But I am getting ready to meditate and work out, and then I'm going to see my friends um, and study because I have to do, in order to keep my certification for personal training, I have to do CEUs, so I have to study for this nutrition class. And if I had $175, I could go to the Arnold Fitness Expo, and I could get all of my CUs taken care of within a weekend, which would be awesome since I don't feel like right now. I already feel a panic attack just thinking about the stress of having to complete this course for my CEUs because the last course that I took, I failed the test, and it's the first time I've ever failed anything like that, and it sucked. But it was because I wasn't in the right mindset and I wasn't able to study, and I just did it because I had to, and because I had paid, it was like $600 for a course that I had paid to become um, certified in corrective exercise, and I just hadn't studied and I hadn't put in the time, but there was a deadline, and so I had to take the test, and it was so hard, and I was not prepared, and so I failed, and that was really hard. I took it really hard, um, and so now I'm just kind of scared about this fitness nutrition class, and because I'll become a certified fitness nutritionist or fitness nutrition specialist. There we go. Um, but I don't want to have that pressure because I have to have everything done by May, and I don't want that pressure, so I can I want to be able to truly study and not feel the pressure so I don't fail it because that would really suck. And if I had money, I could just take this. Sorry, somebody's calling. I could just take this weekend course and get all my CEUs, which I wouldn't have to take class or I wouldn't have to take tests. So just being there, I'd be able to get the CEUs, which would be awesome. So anyway, um, someone's calling and I think it's because they're getting ready to come over or they're here. So I better get off. But uh, yeah, today's been pretty shitty so far. But thanks to mom for helping me get out of bed by giving me money to get gas and get some coffee. Thank you very much. I love you. And to my friend Buck for helping me remember that I will always have people to lean on, and he's going to be there for me, and we're going to study tonight. So thank you to him. Um, and Chris, he's someone who's the one who's just calling, and he's the guy that I dated last. He's supposed to come and bring me some money that he owes me for rent from last month. But yeah, I don't want to go into that. Anyway, um, so I guess that's it for today. Uh, Sorry, my head's all over the place, but the whole craziness thing, it's really bugging me. I don't like people thinking I'm crazy, and I just want to know, I guess, how you deal with it, um, and how you deal with one, people thinking you're crazy, somebody's coming up, and two, how not to be crazy.